To begin this project, you'll need 3 colors. I'm using size 4 medium yarn, 100% acrylic. I'm also using an H crochet hook, size 5mm. For this pattern, you can use any size yarn, any size needle, small or large. It's really customizable in any colors that you'd like. Let's begin. With color number 1, we'll make a loop, bring that loop down, and pull. We have our slip knot here. Insert our hook and start by chaining 5 stitches. To chain, we yarn over, pull that loop through. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Close our circle, we'll go back into that first stitch, pull our yarn through and through. We call this a slip knot. And then you may have to move your yarn, but you just made a circle here. Start by chaining 3. Now we'll add 15 double crochets into the center of our circle. We'll have 16 total stitches. This counts as 1. Double crochet, we yarn over, bring that needle in the circle, yarn over, pull a loop up, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. You just made a double crochet. Again, yarn over, needle through the circle, yarn over and pull up a loop. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. We do this again 15 times. In total, you want 16 stitches. Before we close the circle, be sure to count your stitches. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. Very important to have 16 total. It could mess up a part of the pattern if we don't have 16 stitches. Place your needle in where that first chain was, yarn over, pull through and pull through. That's called a slip stitch. Cut your yarn. Grab color number 2, make a slip knot. Now we begin these 3D puffs. This is a really cool part of the pattern. May seem hard, but it really isn't. It's actually a lot easier than it looks. We've already done a lot of double crochets. That's what we'll do to make it. So I like to go opposite of where we started. I'm going to first pull this thread to the back of my work. And then opposite of that here, doesn't really matter, just pick a stitch. Put your needle underneath, so there's a front and a back. Grab color number 2, pull it forward and tighten. Chain 5. Now we'll do 4 more double crochets, same stitch. These all have to fit under the same exact stitch, and they do fit. You may have to scoot your work over, but they will fit. So even if you have to physically move your stitches over, that's fine. You want a total of 5 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do 1 more double crochet. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Remove your hook. Underneath this first stitch, insert your hook, grab this loop and pull it together. You just made height by pinching those double crochets together. From here, chain 5. We're going to do 5 double crochets, but let's skip a stitch. So not the stitch right next to where we just did our work. Let's skip it. Go to the next one. Yarn over, just like normal. Let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Remove your hook. Remember, insert your hook into that first stitch here. Gotta make sure, yeah, there we go. Grab the loop, pull it through, chain 5. Same thing we did before, skip a stitch. In the next stitch, 5 double crochets. You'll do this around the circle. Finishing this last puff here. Because we made 16 stitches of color number 1, you should be able to finish off evenly where you have a stitch in between where you started. So you would chain 5. And go from somewhere and kind of just reach in and slip a stitch. Now from here, go ahead and count your puffs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You should have 8 because we made 16 stitches and skipping one in between. That would equal 8. If you don't, color number 1, go back, make 16 stitches. We're done with this color. Leave a tail, cut, and pull through. Start with a slip knot, color number 3. And then somewhere in a chain 5 space, I like it diagonal from where we just ended. Same as we did before. Pull your yarn nice and tight. Let's chain 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3. 2 single crochets. We've done a lot of double crochets. Single crochet, easier. Don't yarn over to begin. For single crochet, go under, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. That's a single crochet. Move that one over. Once more, go under, pull a loop up, yarn over, pull it through. That's a single crochet. You have 2 single crochets. Now a double crochet in this space that we left before. So remember, we did a flower puff, left a space, flower puff. That space we'll yarn over because we're double crochet, pull up the loop, yarn over again, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay. Now the pink space, the color 2 that we were just working on, 2 single crochets. That is our pattern. So for here, we have 2 crochets, single crochets. We're going to skip, do 2 single crochets. We skip the flower puff. Then we find this empty space and do a double crochet. Then 2 more single crochets. Skip this flower puff, 2 single crochets. Find that empty space, double crochet. Then 2 single crochets. Skip this flower puff and continue all the way around. You should end on 2 single crochets. put your needle into that first chain, slip stitch by pulling through the loop, pulling it through. We won't cut here because we just made the foundation so we can make the bigger petals here. So we won't cut here. We'll continue on. Again, you should have an even number. You should have ended on 2 single crochets. And now this cute flower puff is coming together. We'll start here. This next round, chaining 5. 2, 3, 4, and 5. With this chain 5, let's begin our last round. In this stitch, we'll add 8 double crochets, same stitch right here. In total, you'll have 9 stitches. We've done double crochet so many times in this pattern. I always go back and count my stitches before I move on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. That chain counts as 1, so we added 8 double crochets. Then we skip 2 of the next stitches, so 1, 2, skip those. Add a single crochet into the next stitch, so 1, 2, skip, single crochet. We've done this before. We don't yarn over, we just pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. From that single crochet, skip 2 more stitches, 1, 2, and here in the next space, so we skipped 1, 2, in the next space, 9 double crochets. I always go back and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll skip 2 places, skip 2 stitches, 1 and 2. So we have it here. We skip 1 and 2. In the next stitch, the third one, single crochet. Skip 2 stitches. In the next stitch, add 9 double crochets. This is our pattern. After finishing that final round, cut your ends and pull through. When you've completed sewing in your ends, you can go through and admire your beautiful creation. Make them in as many different colors as you'd like. You can keep these as coasters, add them in for a wall hanging, sew them together and make a beautiful purse as I did. You can even make these into a top, a sweater, so many ideas. These lovely 3D effect here. Such a sweet pop of color and texture. And again, nothing fancy, single crochets, double crochets, perfect for beginners. If you have any tips, you'd like to leave a comment, help other crocheters, something that helped you in the project, comment below. Let me know if you decide to make one of these creations and turn it into something pretty. Love to see your final result.